What up, what up, what up, peeps? What up, peeps? My church folk, come on up in the room. Come on up in the room. Come on up, come on up, come on up in the room. What's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Mm, What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me? On I did share this over to Patreon. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so listen, I was over here minding my business. Um Technically I'm doing light work, IPV, so lunch doesn't really matter. I just so happen to be waiting on something that's not coming until like 2. Um Okay, listen. So I was minding my business, and I had a friend call me, and we were having a conversation, and it sparked some interest in me to actually have this conversation with my subscribers and just people in general, right? And we were having a conversation about how these leaders and pastors are not addressing the hurt and the harm that this country is going through, that it is causing its parishioners, people who pay their tithes, people who pay their offering, all of those people who keep the church flowing, who keep the church running. It's like, are we concerned? Are we not concerned? Because like, you can't tell me that at these churches, the 300,000 black women that lost their job. And I'm not saying that if your church has done spoke on it, I'm not talking to you. Okay. If your church has spoke on it, your church do stuff for the community, I'm not talking to you, because I know people gonna come here and say, my church, they do stuff for the community. My church, they spoke on. Okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who attend church and go to churches that have not spoken on what is going on in this country. To me, it is a couple of things. It is that you are a coward. It is that you are, I guess you are afraid. You're scared. I don't know. I guess it is ego. I think it is a lot of things all in one. But for you to have to be over a congregation of people, of parishioners who are just regular people who are affected by a lot of things. I know that there are women, 300,000 black women lost their jobs. Not only that, I read off to y'all this morning how many people were laid off from each company. And to me, I feel like if your pastor has not spoken on what has gone on in this last year, it's time for you to move your membership. It is. Because what, to me, what, why are we not, why are we not like, why are we just okay and complicit and complacent in one space, knowing that there are people that are hurting financially, there are people who are hurting just in general with the job market, there are people who are hurting that are on food stamps, that are on housing, that are on benefits. There are people, everybody ain't trying to fraud the system, so miss me with that. Okay, but it's too much going on for your leader and your pastor not to speak. It just, I don't understand it. And I knew I wasn't gonna get a lot of people in this live. I knew that for a fact. Cause I can hit y'all with, it's the truth. It's factual. It's factual. There are a lot more churches that have not spoken on these situations versus the people who have spoke on these situations. Instead, we'll get in our pulpit and we'll discuss a dress. We'll drag a dress to hell, continue to drag the dress to hell. And we got 7 members that done lost their jobs. And we're not talking about the unrest and what is going on in the country. We rather talk about what YouTubers are talking about online that is messy to you, but you're engaging, so it makes you just as messy as well. Like, we aren't talking about the things, in my opinion, that we really should be talking about. I don't know why people have such a hard on for Jamal Bryant, but one thing about it, Jamal Bryant is going to speak on what is going on in this country. And he don't care who don't like it. And I like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because again, there are way more hurting people than there are people who are really out here. And then let me say this: we already know that there are a lot of people who are church committed to everything. Every time the church doors open, they right there. We know that we have people who are committed to everything church, right? Those are the people that I fear for. I'm just, can we have an honest conversation? Because see, again, I know it's not going to be favorable to a lot of people, but can we have an honest conversation? The people who are running rapid, going to every service, every rehearsal, every this, every that, running behind the pastor, you are going to be the first one hurt. What is going on in this country cannot stay silent. And what that means to me, you are complicit. You feel the same way about this country that the man running the country feels. Yes, we're going that far. Because why not speak on exactly what is taking place in this country that's going on with your parishioners, that's going on with the people who are, no matter what, they could be struggling at home. They still trying to pay these tithes. I understand it was a requirement. It was written. It was written in the book, the good book. It is a requirement of the 10%. I understand that, but the church is supposed to be a place where people are supposed to not only feel healed, they're supposed to feel miracles, they're supposed to feel blessings, they're supposed to feel everything that we've been singing about, we've been praying about, we've been reading about in our Bible, everything. And you can't tell me that this administration operates in that Christianity that they be sitting up here faking and phony about, talking about they all Christians and all. I don't know what kind of Christians y'all are, but the good God I serve in the good book that was written, y'all don't fall under that. I don't understand that. But y'all remember, y'all know the K and the K people, they claim they was Christians too. Now, if I'm talking good, I need y'all to talk back to me today. Thank you, IPV. You talking back good to me. I want the people to talk back to me if you can. I know you probably at work, but if you can, talk back to me. Yeah. Because I feel like, again, there are so many people who are so committed. I understand, like, you really gotta establish your own relationship with Christ. Like, the church is just the four walls. You gotta we've been saying this for years. Ministry is outside of the four walls of the church. Ministry is helping out in the community. Ministry is it's so much tied into one thing. And so, again, I don't understand. I really feel like there are a lot of people who have this. I try not to say what's the word I can use here? I don't know. I just think people have this thought process of, you know, I don't know. It just feels weird. It feels weird to sit under people who are not speaking on what's going on. It's too much. And like right now, We're in another partial government shutdown, which is crazy to me. There are people who are being affected by this. There are members of churches that are being affected by this, but your pastor is not speaking on this. Your pastor is not speaking on it. Affects it. People are still trying to catch up from the whole government shutdown from last year. So we were having this conversation, and I told him, I said, I feel like I have said this so many times. It is time for you to find somewhere else to go. I ain't saying forget about church, but it is. It's time for you to find somewhere where people understand what is going on. They're speaking about it. And I'm not saying that the people got to get in the pulpit and every sermon has to be about what's going on in this country. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying we have dealt with this stuff for an entire year now. That man has been in office for an entire year now, a little over a year now at this point. And some of these preachers ain't said nothing. We talk about how the percentage of Project 2025 that's in place. Project 2025 was not, it was not put in place to be something nice, clearly, right? You have members that are struggling. Some of them ain't gonna say nothing. So I don't know. I'm not again, I'm not saying forget about God, forget about church. I'm not saying that at all. But you got to find somewhere where we talking about this stuff. And no, I'm not saying they got to discuss being a Democrat, being a Republican. No. I'm talking about all of the foul things that are determined by right and wrong that are going on in this country. It's not that hard to understand what I'm saying, because I know somebody gonna be in the comments after this with some bullpucky. I'm being very strategic with my words and how I say things. What I'm not understanding, that orange man has been in office for an entire year. And y'all think because there's a lot of people that have this thought process also as well, that if you disagree with what the president is doing, that you automatically a Democrat. No, that does not mean that. The man's policies suck ass. Sorry, but it's the truth. So again, to me, it's not about being a Republican and being a Democrat. It's about humanity. It's about what's right and it's about what's wrong. And I see a lot of people siding on the side of what's wrong instead of what's right. Hey everybody that came in, that lady 1982, Miss Jennifer. Yeah, I was bumping my gums. I wasn't even looking over here to see who came in. Little baby, oh Cam, K Calloway. Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Good evening, good evening. I knew this wasn't gonna be a favorable live. Folk weren't gonna really tap into this one right here, cause I'm speaking the truth about the church, and folk don't really like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So hey Mocha Drop, what's going on? The side I Sage, what's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for listening and tuning in while y'all work. I don't understand. I think it's time for you to move your membership, find you somewhere that is discussing things that are going on that affects their members. And I do want to say this. Not all pastors and leaders am I talking to, because I wanted to be very clear. I know that there are pastors and leaders out there that are speaking on it. I know that there are some that are not just speaking on it, they also being about it as well. They are going out in the communities and doing what is necessary within the community. Because it's not just about what we can see and what we can hear. It's also about what we can do in our community. Like, feeding the homeless, going, and if you got something that you can give away that you see a value, now see it a value. That's community. That is community. Being able to support a subscriber in the chat on something. Maybe they got a surgery coming up. They need some prayer. They need something. It's about community. That's literally what 2026 is going to be about. Is literally, and we should have been doing it in 2025. Let me be very clear about that. We actually should have been doing it in 2024 when the election was going on. We should have been building community then. But we be so distracted that we wasn't building community then. That's when we should have been doing it. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all remember when George Floyd happened? This country looked different. Because from what I remember, everybody came together. We built. Y'all can say what y'all want to, but there was so much Black Lives Matter. I know where it is now, but there was so much Black Lives Matter this and Black Lives Matter that. Like, we really stood tall. We stood together. We made community. We did the damn thing. Churches was out doing the doggone thing like it was a movement. And I really hate that sometimes it kind of feels like that movement is always trying to be erased. Right? Like, I always feel like that movement is always trying to be erased, but you can't erase greatness. You can't erase the facts of what we did. I'm going to tell y'all, around that time, I had created these Black Lives Matter shirts. I was really in my jig. I did my thing around that time. That time was a great time. I had masks, I had shirts, I had all things to match. I had jumpsuits. This was before I was on YouTube, of course. I mean, I was on YouTube, but I wasn't like I am now. I mean, I was doing my thing then. Like, it was, but I did it with community. I had a black female designer who was helping me design this stuff. Like, it was community, bro. But what I've noticed now is that we have allowed this man to come back in office and literally show us what it's like to be divided again. We have literally allowed right from wrong to divide us in a way that right now is so ugly. It is ugly. Y'all, that was a movement. Like, there were so many businesses blessed, black owned businesses blessed, so many black owned businesses supported. It was a movement. And I really wish we can get back to that point. But you know why we can't do it? Because we did not build back up the community when we should have. And that was in 2024 when we should have been at them polls. Or a lot of us was at the polls, but clearly, you know what I mean. Hey, Miss Tiffany. Hey, Miss Shondaland. Hey, everybody. I hope I spoke to everybody. Miss Adrian, I see you. I see you. I saw your message on Patreon. Um, but I just was having a conversation, and I told this person I was talking to, I was just like, it feels like now again, it feels like we don't know what community is. Like, everybody is fighting here, fighting there, fighting everywhere. And I'm not saying that I'm innocent, but what I am saying is that I wish as a community we could get back to that. Yeah, we have definitely digressed. we have moved into, and I think the election did it. I think it really did it. Now it was started happening before the election, but I think the election really did it. And it's just like now I don't understand sitting under anyone who has not spoken on what has gone on, and it has happened for an entire year. We have been in hell for an entire year, over a year. And you mean to tell me you running down every time the church doors open, you running down to a church that don't even take the church van and go and pick up the members to take them to go vote. Don't help with like I don't know. Back when I was younger, I remember the church used to even go up for local elections. Like I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I remember that. I remember growing up and hearing and seeing pastors and preachers with signs in their yards and all kinds of like. Now y'all. I don't know. I don't know, but I think you need to change your membership. I think you need to be under someone who understands right from wrong, because that's what it's about. And I'm gonna say it again. It ain't about Republican, Democrat. Cause we can get there when we get there. We need to we need to fix the first part first, right? We need to be discussing right from wrong first. We need to be discussing these unalivings that are taking place on US citizens. We need to be talking about how they're saying that black people aren't out protesting, but there are people who want their voice to be heard. Like, to me, it just, I don't understand. Yes, I remember living in a small town, CM, where pastors would, like, if they couldn't get a deacon or a member or somebody like that to drive the van, they would get in the driver's seat and go pick up the members and take them and do what they need to do. I remember when they used to take them to go pay bills. That's how long. Listen, stop playing with me. I remember when it was a time where the pastor would take the saints to go pay their bills. I know for a fact I will never forget that Faith Temple Church of God in Christ van taking my grandmama down there to that corner store so she can cash a little check or whatever she had and do whatever she needed to do. I remember that. That was community. We've gotten so far away from all of that. And I remember a time when the pastor would come and pick up the members in the church van, and what he would do is he would get out of his on the driver's side, go around to where they open up the doors, get the stool out, and help mother into the church van. I remember when the saints would grocery shop for people and just take them to the front door. I remember when the saints would have like spontaneous dinners down in the fellowship hall. I remember them times where they would tell anybody around in the community, y'all come on and eat. We got enough for everybody. Come on and eat. Do come on, y'all. Y'all gotta talk to me because I don't know if it's just me, but I be thinking about this stuff all the time. We've gotten so far away from what it used to be. Man, it used to be a time you didn't have to go to the soup kitchen. Because the churches was doing it and it was a church on every corner. Man, it was a time we have got, we really do have got, we got to get back to that place, bro. I miss that. I miss that. I'm telling y'all, when y'all donated and I was able to feed the people down to the homeless people on Thanksgiving, that was one of the best freaking feelings in my life. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but that was one of the best feelings of my life. And not just because it was Thanksgiving, but to see a smile on somebody's face, because I don't know none of them people's story. I don't know where none of them people come from. But to see a smile on their face because on Thanksgiving, dang, somebody thought about us. We have gotten so far away. And again, I'm not talking to the people who are doing things for the community. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to y'all that pastor talk about this stuff. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people who are literally sitting under leadership that is not doing anything, but every time the church door open, we up in there preaching about something that ain't got nothing. Like we not growing from it. It's time to change your membership. My church still came and gave me communion when I was big. See, now that I remember do y'all remember when the pastors used to do communion down to the hospital? Come on now. Do y'all remember when pastors would go and do communion at the hospital? They would go down to the nursing home and do communion. Do y'all remember when the choir and the praise team used to go down there to the nursing home and sang to the people? That was a time, bro. It was community. What all of this boils down to is one word: community, which is what we are lacking right now. We are lacking community. Listen, I remember us doing spaghetti dinners and chili. What was it? We used to do stuff with chili and just had because it's cold outside, have the people coming in and eat it, get them a bowl of chili. And I mean, I remember these things. Do churches even still do vacation Bible school? I don't even know if the churches do. The churches still do. Do the churches still have Sunday school? We have gotten away from so much that brought us a very long way. And I also think this ties into Black history too. I think it ties into Black history too. It just feels like we have I don't know, man. Like I have just seen so much, and again, if your pastor is not speaking on what's going on in this country, I think you need to go. I think you need to find you somewhere else to go. Yeah. And yeah, we are losing recipes. I used to love eating at the church after service. We were all fed. Absolutely. Child, some spaghetti, a chicken wing, a chicken leg, a hot dog, honey. It was all kind of food that didn't even go together. But that was community. Back then you could trust folks down to the potluck, down to the church. You know what I'm saying? You trusted people back then a lot more than we trust people now. You know what I mean? But right, churches don't even really have no 3:00 services no more. Now I'm not. Listen, I'm okay with that, but I'm just saying. I remember when we used to have 3:00 services. That's how we saw every church in the city. Okay, we didn't invite every church down here to our 3:00 service, whether it's the pastor anniversary, whether it is the whether it is shoots, the church anniversary, whatever it is. We done invited 25 churches, all their choirs then came down. Okay. I guess speaker here. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I miss them days. I miss the days we used to get together and just do stuff, man. Like, I miss them days. I miss the days where we used to go down and uh do ministry down in the mall. We would give out money in the mall. It wasn't just around holidays. I mean, we just we've done everything that you could think of, but we've gotten away from it, man. We still have them sometimes. What? Which I still have? 3 o'clock services. 3 o'clock services. And you didn't pay. The church mothers would be down in the kitchen. Sure would be down in the kitchen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now I do remember, Nicole, you brought that up. I do remember Baptist Congress. I do remember that. We attended a Baptist church for a little bit, but grew up Kojic, ended Kojic. But I do remember Baptist Congress. There used to be a church. Mount Carmel Baptist Church, Macedonia Baptist Church, Mount Rose Baptist Church. Let me see. Who else was in Congress? I said Mount Carmel, didn't it? Mount Calvary Baptist Church. Um, uh, oh my gosh. Look at me thinking about all of the Baptist churches in the city, because it was only a few, so you could remember all of them. Goodwill Baptist Church. I already said Macedonia, Greater Ideal Baptist Church. Like, listen, and then there were only 4 Kojic churches between Midland and Odessa. Midland, we had Faith Temple, we had Faith Temple, we had Alexander Temple Church of God in Christ. We had I can't remember the other two names, but again, it just we built community, and I've seen us do it time and time again. But right now, y'all, I don't know, we got to get back to it, man. The church attended in Georgia still feeds before Bible study on Wednesdays. The youth ministry do stuff together and don't pay. See, that's what I like. That's what I miss. I miss that. I miss going to camp. We used to go to camp every summer. Now I will tell y'all, I was ooh, I was 17 when I first started working at Chick-fil-A. And I used to work with this guy. His name was Doug. Y'all, Doug was literally the white version of the Kojic folks, the apostolic folks. Like, Doug family, like, when I'm talking about a white family that gets down, they dance like we do, they clap, they know how to clap on beat, they play the tambourine, they do all the things. I ain't know if y'all know, there are white people that exist that do that. There are white people that also speak in tongues. There are white people that do all that stuff. So in case y'all did not know, okay? Well, Doug and his family was, boy, when I say they was Pentecostal down to the ground, they was just like my grandmama and them. They would not wear pants. Like, I never saw his mom, his sisters, I never saw them wear pants. I always saw them wear long skirts and stuff like that. That's how they did. In case if y'all don't know, there is some that exists. Tongue talking, all of that, right? So one time he invited me to go to camp. The camp was in Amarillo, Texas. We went up there to the camp. Y'all, baby, when I say I thought us as black people, we hold church too long. I thought we do too much in church. I thought all this stuff like growing up. Baby, we ain't got nothing on them people. We don't have nothing on them people. Them people will have service at 7 o'clock in the morning. We can get out to that service to about 11, 12 o'clock. And then they sit up talking about coming back for afternoon service at 1 or 2. And then they coming back at night service, 7 o'clock, prayer service. In between. Boy, when I tell you, they are just like us, just like us. I went to this camp. One thing I won't forget is that them rooms was really nice. They had us in these, like, the camp was camping. It was like we stayed in houses. Like, we stayed in houses. But honey, when I say they have church just like we have church, probably more than that. They yes, all day, all night. And the night service probably went into after midnight. Telling you, they had, boy, listen, I will never forget that camp. That week I was woke. I felt like I had been a convocation child. I'm telling you, I will never forget that. And he would ask me every year, "You want to go to camp?" Hey, no, I'm all right. I'm all right because my mom and them gonna make us go to convocation anyway, so I'm good. I'm I'm good. But they do they church just like we do. They do. I attended a church like that, chef, when we were stationed in England. Really? Oh, come on, England. Sunday dinners, family reunions, family gatherings. We don't have family reunions no more. When was the last time y'all family had a family reunion? Tell me. When was the last time y'all had a family reunion? I could tell you we ain't had one since 2012. I'm lying. Our last one was in 2014. Okay, see them. Y'all family still have them. Okay, okay. Welcome, Emily B. I thought you was already a member. You probably just became just a member. I don't attend mine, but I go to my husband's. Okay, well that's good that y'all still have family reunions. Cause listen, we can't get my. I had planned my mom's side of the family can't get them together. My daddy's side of the family they too damn ignorant for me. I'm all right. Mm-mm. My daddy's side of the family I been cussed all my uncles out. No, I'm okay. Uh-uh. Once my grandmama passed, everything changed. Yeah, same for us. Same for us. It's been years. On my dad's side, we are elders now. All of my aunties and pops them left. Oh, okay. Oh, child, my mom's family forgets about it. I went no contact with the majority of them. Um, I, I think that's the same thing with us too. Like I think everybody just live their own separate lives, and then they just kind of go on about life differently, and so we don't really you know speak or talk as much because I don't know. I don't know. Some of my families I just don't deal with. Okay, but yeah, once the matriarch of the family is gone, yeah, it does. It changes everything. It changes everything. It changes everything. My mom was definitely the glue. My grandmama was the glue that held the family together. Um, my grandma was the only one left when she passed. No, there's one more. I think there's one more. One more of my aunties left. It was a lot of them. That's why I can't remember. But we don't really see them. They live in Washington State. I think the last time we seen them was when my uh I'm trying to think. When's the last time we seen Aunt Maxine? That was, man. That had to be like in 2011. 2000 and nope, it was in 2010 because it was the year before my mom passed. So yeah, it was in 2000. It was in 2010. The last time I ever seen my grandmama's sister. But from what I understand, I think she's still living. Maybe somebody just ain't told me. But I think she's still living. But I don't see them. I don't really talk to them. I don't really know them like that. We didn't really see them that much. And then when my grandma died, they didn't come to the funeral or nothing. They didn't show up. So, you know. But yeah, I just think it's important. There are too many hurting people. Too many black women have lost their jobs. Too many children are suffering. Too many parents are suffering because y'all think that these folks don't go to work. They're still on benefits and stuff like that. Like, I just want y'all to, like, I don't know, man. I can't take it. If you go to a church that ain't spoke on this, you need to find somewhere else to go. For my family, things fall apart when the matriarchs pass away. Yeah, I think that's for most families, though, especially black families. We are literally held together by the glue of the people who, um, conceived and made the family possible. You know, my mom's family is exhausting. Maybe I'll share my story with them one day, but I don't deal with that side too much. Only 5 people. The rest is no contact. Well, I don't want you to feel bad. I don't fool with my mom's side of the family either. Okay, so if in case if y'all don't know, I am adopted. So I do still. So if you hear me talk about my mom that passed away, I'm talking about my adopted mom. If I'm talking about my biological mom, my biological mother is still living. We just don't have the best relationship. I mean, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it. Um, Actually, I could tell y'all. Without telling too much of my business. So I got really, really sick in um 2018, 19. Um, and over into, well, it was late 2019, and then it carried over into the years 2022, 2023, etc. Well, it got worse in those years. So my mom, I had went back home. I had lost all my stuff in I had lost all my stuff in Dallas because I had got like really, really super sick. I got fired because of course I couldn't go to work. It was bad. It was horrible. It was horrible, horrible. So I ended up getting fired from my job. I ended up moving back home, and me and my mom, we didn't click. Like, my dad wanted me there. My dad and my sister wanted me there, but my mom didn't. Like, she didn't. And so she didn't raise us, you know. And I'm also not the person of my age, like right now. I try not to like throw up in her face that she wasn't there, or I try not to do that. Now, listen, if we end up getting into an argument, ain't no telling what I'll say then. But I used to try not to say that. I try to still have a level of respect for her and my dad, even though they didn't like raise me like that. So anyway, um, me and my mom just haven't gotten along since she. Mm, I don't know if I want to say this publicly. I think I told Patreon what happened, but anyway, let's just say that she booked up at me using something she didn't have no business using. Okay, I'ma just say it like that because I don't know what YouTube gonna do. I'll put the emoji in the chat though. So I just kind of like was done then, right? And I just don't have a good relationship with her. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect her, but I'm good. I'm good. Then when my grandmother died, her sister, I don't fool. This is why I don't fool with her side of the family. When my mom's mom died, and we did have a great relationship. When she died, my aunt lived in Dallas with me, right? but she lived on the other side of Dallas. I was driving back home to the funeral. She called my mom and told my mom she was supposed to ride with me down there. She called my mom and told my mom that I left her and that I didn't want her at her mom's funeral. But truth be told, I told her the night before, where I had been and told her, I said, well, I'm leaving at like 5 in the morning because you know I don't know if y'all know, but in Texas, the Texas heat, you really don't want to be driving in the middle of the day in the Texas heat. So I like to leave early and get to my destination, get to where I'm going. So I had left at like 4:35 that morning. I left my side of town, which took me 30 minutes to get to her side of town. I get over there, she not answering her phone, she not doing nothing. So it puts me back like 30 minutes. I waited on her too long during that 30-minute process because typically I wouldn't wait on you that long. I was blowing the horn, I was calling, I went and knocked on the door, I did everything. She never came down. So I said, okay, listen, I'm supposed to get on this road. By halfway of me getting there, she was like, where you at, nephew? What the is wrong with you? Are you crazy? That I was beating on your door, banging on your door, blowing your phone up 3 hours ago. Lady, you better get out of my line playing with me. Don't play with me. And then when I finally got to my family, they was like, she called and told us that you left her. I said, see, this is why I don't deal with this side of the family. I don't fool with y'all. I don't really fool with y'all like that. So to be honest with you, my dad's side of the family, they crazy, but I'm a little bit more closer to them. So yeah, child, I'm telling y'all. So that's why my family, why we don't get together like we should. You know what I mean? Because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen a lot of my cousins, a lot of my family. It's been a lot. People keep passing away on my mom's side, and it hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. They are my strength and backbone. My dad's side, I don't really have a relationship with. Oh, sorry to hear that, twin flames. I understand that. I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. Listen, but I wanted to do this video, like I said, because we had that conversation, and I said, then I went live on Patreon, and I was like, I wonder if I have, uh, I wonder if I wonder if I go live, what the people gonna think. I said, I'm gonna make the people mad because I know it's gonna make them mad. I was like, I know it's gonna make them mad if we had these conversations. Okay, they're gonna be somewhere folded up mad. um. Oh wait, let me see. Emily B. I can't see Emily B. Comment on here, but I can see it on here. Okay, the story you told me about the X-Men on the cable bill. Oh, listen, that was with my adopted mom. Like, I forgot about that. I never will forget that, man. I will never forget that. We was watching, yeah. It was so crazy because there was a lot of us like in the living room and we just flipping through the channels. And she saw X-Men and it said like XX or something. She was like, I saw what you was doing. You was finna get ready to put some of that stuff on the TV. No. And then yoked me up. And I'm like, what is you talking about? Lady, it was the movie X-Men. Calm down. I mean, my sisters them saved me from getting my butt really whooped. Shout out to my sisters, boy. My sister and my cousin Keisha. My cousin Keisha said, no. Y'all, that lady's about to yoke me up. Do y'all hear me? And then also, too, Yeah, I got in trouble for ordering Norbit every day. I ain't know what I was doing. I ain't know I was ordering it every day. I thought it was available every day. I was buying Norbit every day. Y'all, when man, let me tell y'all something. When Norbit came out, I thought that was the funniest movie. Now, as an adult, I think that movie is so stupid. I was still watching. I think that movie is so stupid. But back then you couldn't tell me nothing. I was ordering Norbit every day. Boy, when that cable bill came, my mama said, "Ain't nobody gonna have no cable. Nobody, ma'am. It was only me and you in the house. What you?" She's like, "My stories come on local TV, so I don't need." Man, every day I was ordering Norbit, y'all. Every every day, every day. Girl, I thought we was rich because we either had dish or direct TV. I think it was direct TV, whichever one. Boy, I thought we was rich, honey. We had a DVR and everything. But you know, back then, I don't think you can. I think you could buy movies, but I don't think you could DVR them. I didn't think you could do that back then. So I would every day. I get home from school, do my homework, do whatever my mama tell me to do. Then I would go and I was watching Norbit. And my mom would come in the living room, and a couple times she watched it with me. So it never dawned on her or none of that till she got that bill. She got that bill. She was like, "What?" I don't remember how many times, but I do know that me ordering that movie, I think the amount was somewhere in the $300 range because I don't think I'd never forget that part of it. It was like around in the $300 range. I kept ordering that movie. My mom cut that cable off so quick. She cut that cable off so quick. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was a badass kid. I used to do crazy stuff. I'm telling y'all right now, I used to be a badass kid. I used to do crazy stuff. I remember I used to, when I would be mad if my mama like punished me or something like that, I would go unplug her house. Yeah, I would go unplug the phone line. Oh my god. I miss you, mama. I miss you so much. Ooh, I ain't never got to confess some stuff to you either. But I'm confessing it now. I did. When I used to get mad at you, mama, I used to go and plug your phone. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. I used to be bad, y'all. I used to be bad. I'm telling y'all, I used to be bad. I did. I used to unplug that lady phone. Oh my god. Listen, I'm telling you, I used to do it all the time too. I used to do it. Okay, so she had a living. She really had a phone in every room, but the phone, like I could unplug the one in the living room and it would like unplug all of them. And so I would do that, and I would hide under her bed and unplug the one in the bedroom. Oh, I wish I could have confessed this to her. She probably would laugh about it now. I did, y'all. I did. I used to, I used to unplug stuff when she used to make me mad. Oh, and then I remember one time. I remember one time she had a TV in the kitchen. I unplugged the cable box. I made her call them people, and they was they was troubleshooting. Oh, they was troubleshooting. They was troubleshooting the TV, but I just unplugged. Oh, oh my God, y'all. Oh, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know. Mama probably had done something to make me mad. I can't remember, but boy, I do remember unplugging stuff. Oh, listen, that was my go-to. Unplugging everything. You mad? You gonna make me mad? Okay, I'm gonna make you mad because I'm finna unplug everything in this house. Oh, oh my goodness. I did. I'm not lying to y'all. I used to go unplug everything. Now, me as an adult, if I'm gonna know about something, I still will unplug it. Okay, it will. I used to set my mama up to call them folks on the phone, troubleshooting. They on the phone for hours. Oh, I just unplugged it. Oh, I'm telling y'all, man. I was a bad kid. I was a bad kid. But the one thing I can admit to this, while I'm an adult, they swore I threw this rock at my first grade teacher. I didn't need to throw no rock at my first grade teacher because I told y'all I remember her name. Her name was Miss Kopecky. Miss Kopecky thought it was a joke when I told her I was scared of Clifford the big red dog. Okay, when they used to dress up in the mascots and stuff, I used to be scared. I told her, don't let Clifford get close to me. She thought it was funny. She was like, "Come over here, Clifford." She I got your It was some scissors sitting right next to me, and you put your hand on my desk, and I guess y'all can guess what happened next. Since you want to kiki, you think it's funny, think it's cute. Since you want to kiki, I'm gonna give you something to kiki about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was so bad. I was bad. Yep. My mom was on the phone with tech support for the longest. Oh, so I did that to her, and then when I was in her class, I don't remember. I don't remember like how long ago. Like I'm saying, like I don't know how much time went by for this, but I do know it was after this situation. So we was all outside, right? We was all outside. Listen, you ain't lying. 2x4. I've been had 2x4 energy. We was all outside, right? We was walking in a single file line. I'm like in the middle of the line, y'all. This other bad boy, he bad. We took turns of being bad. I ain't gonna hold you. We took turns being bad. He in the back of the line. He picks up this rock and he throws this rock and hits Miss Kopecky in the back of her head. Everybody turned around and I almost gave y'all my real name. Everybody turned around and was like, nah, blaming it on me. I was like, that was not me. That came from back there. I ain't gonna say who it was, but that came from back there. So that lady, she really tried to embarrass me. Okay. And then I had a fourth grade teacher, y'all. Her name was Miss Cunningham. Now she was black. Now Miss Cunningham was an evil lady. Okay. When she disagreed or when she didn't like something that you did as a child, she would get her nails done and she would grab you by the back of your neck and dig her nails in your neck, right? So I remember when everybody used to be scared to go in her class, and she ended up being my teacher. And I remember telling her, uh, I heard about you and I heard about what you be doing. Don't play that stuff with me. Guess what? She played that stuff with me. She did it. She did it to me. She did it to me. That lady was so mean to me. She would let everybody come and eat breakfast and then make me get the scraps of the breakfast that's left over. That lady was real mean to me. I never will forget that. And guess what? She go to my uncle church now. And I had told her about herself back in like 2000 and this is probably back in 2019, 20, 2020. I I told that lady about herself. Y'all seen that video of that lady that she see her she seen her she seen that lady that bullied her in school. That's how I approach Miss Cunningham. But then let me tell y'all what else I did to Miss Cunningham. So Miss Cunningham one day, she ran over my feet with her wheelchair. Okay. She had just had surgery on her toes. And she come talking noise, talking about you ain't gonna whoop the t-shirt off your back and all this kind of stuff. You ain't gonna do nothing and all this kind of stuff. And so she took her wheelchair and purposely ran over my feet. I know everybody like to blame everything on their zodiac sign, so I'm gonna say, and I'm a Capricorn and I don't forget shit, okay? So the next day, she called herself trying to be rude, telling me, come push me in my wheelchair. Come push me in my wheelchair. Not before I stomped the hell out of these toes you just had surgery on. I bet you that. So I had went round there to the front of her wheelchair, and she had her feet. She did not have no she had it covered up with gauze and stuff. She didn't have like no brace and stuff. She had it covered up with gauze. So I went to the front of her wheelchair and I stomped the hell out of her toes. Sure did. She scrumped so loud. She sent the people down the hallway. She was screaming so loud. I said, well, two can play that game. You ran over my feet with that wheelchair on purpose. And so I'm just telling you, just showing you how I feel. Okay? Don't play with me. This is why I be trying to tell folks, y'all don't really know me in real life. Don't play with me on this internet because I'm a different type of... Listen, I don't forget nothing and I don't play. Okay? I have always been 2x4. Don't play with me. She tried it with me. Y'all, she tried it with me. She ran over my feet. And then she went to talking about I wasn't going to whip the t-shirt off her back and all this and that. Demanding me to push her in a wheelchair. She better be glad I didn't dump her ass out that wheelchair. She better be glad that happened because that was my initial thought. So yeah, I better be glad that I just that I just that I just did that little bit. Shoot. She was so mean. She was so rude. I was like, girl, don't play with me. And you ain't gonna whip the t-shirt off your own back. You ain't gonna do nothing. Come push me in this wheelchair. Okay. Cause I sure started to do her like Helen did Charles on Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Huh? The only difference was it was gonna be the hallway and not no bathtub. That's the only difference. Girl, who's you playing with? Y'all, leave me alone, y'all. I told y'all I was bad. I also remember getting in trouble saying my third grade teacher looked like she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. I said a third grade teacher looked like she was pregnant. I remember her name. Her name was Miss Strope. I remember her. Miss Strope had got married, and me and like three other kids, we was like, "Ooh, Miss Strope look like she pregnant." It got back to Miss Cunningham. Miss Cunningham talking about, "You're worried about if somebody pregnant? No, you need to be worried about your three toes healing instead of being concerned about what I'm worried about. Worry about them 3 toes that I tore the hell out of. That's what you need to do. I was a mess. I didn't play then. I don't play now. That's why I'll just be like, leave me alone, because I don't play fair. My my family know. They used to call. They used to call my mama every day almost. You need to come get your son because he done this to somebody, or he didn't said this, and he done this, and there you go, he did this. Well, leave him alone. That's what I told her. Little baby, I literally told her that. Y'all know how they try to punish me. They try to tell me I couldn't play recess. I don't care about playing recess. Shoot. I never played recess anyway. Child, I was the one that went outside with my juice. Girl, what are you talking about? Now I did play tetherball. Now they probably could have got me on that if they'd have said you can't go play tetherball during PE. Now that would have been a problem, okay? Because do y'all remember tetherball? Do the people remember? Child, I'm telling my age, ain't it? Do y'all remember tetherball? Man, tetherball used to be fun. I would, man. I ain't seen no tetherball in a long time, a very long time. I got in trouble in 3rd grade for writing curse words on a board. I remember those words today. My mama tore my butt up. Child. Yeah, not you writing curse words. Now the parents just letting the kids cuss. So shoot. Ah. Yeah, man, tetherball used to be fun. We used to play tetherball, and we used to play we used to play kickball. We used to play all that stuff in PE. Yeah, so talking about you said that I look like I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant, and for that you get to sit out of recess 3 days in a row. Girl, okay. I don't care nothing about that. As long as I get my juice down there to the cafeteria, that's all I care about. Okay. You talking about suspending me, girl? I don't care. Suspend me. You ain't finna suspend this juice though. What's tetherball? Okay, so it's like think of like one pole, right? And then you hit the ball. I'm trying to see if my memory serves me correctly. You hit the ball counterclockwise, and don't it have to go all the way around the pole? So I don't really remember to explain it to you, so because that's so long ago. My God, I wouldn't even. Let me look. I'm on YouTube right now. Let me see if they got a Let me see if they got a tetherball thing on here. Tetherball.
Hi, Rick Snyder's Washington here on the farm. I just wanted to show you how to play a simple game called tetherball. Ready? All right, now you just gotta keep going.
Okay, yeah.
This is a hard concept for some of you, but you hit the ball and hey, I won. What do you know?
Yeah, so okay, so you hit the ball. You hit the tether ball. The ball got to wrap around the pole. Okay, that's what I thought. And then the other person got to do the opposite. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, that's tetherball. That's tetherball. That's tetherball. I was wondering. I'm talking like, is my memory serving me correctly? You got to make sure that the ball is on like a rope, and you got to make sure that rope go all the way around the pole. If you hit the ball too hard, the ball is gonna bounce off. Like, does that make sense? Like, okay, so if you hit it too soft, it may not make it all the way around the pole. If you hit it too hard, it may make it around the pole, but then it bounces off the pole, if that makes any sense. So like, that's how you can either win or lose the game. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, we used to have a time. We used to have a time, boy. We used to have a time. Child, do the schools still have field day? Do my nephew's school have field day? They don't go all out like field day like we used to. They probably don't go all out like we used to. Child, do y'all remember going all out in school for Red Ribbon Week? And we did Red Ribbon Week and um, all that stuff. I remember all that, man. Child, some do. I was wondering because I'm like, if they get away from doing field day used to be so fun. Yeah, I remember field day. Field day used to be fun, man. My niece's school still have field day. I've attended. Oh, okay, good. Used to love field day, barbecue, ice cream, out of class, all of the things. I remember when we used to do Red Ribbon Week. We used to do was Red Ribbon Week no to rugs or something like that. I'm trying to remember. What did Red Ribbon Week stand for? I can't remember. But yeah, I remember um, Red Ribbon Week, and I mean, we used to have a time, man. Okay, so Red Ribbon Week did stand for no to rugs. Okay, yep. I remember it all, man. I remember it all. My kids have ribbon week. Okay, good. I wonder if they had gotten rid of Red Ribbon Week. Hmm. I don't know if nephew school do any of that. He been out of school so long. I ain't checked to see if they doing. I ain't checked to see if they doing anything. Um. Okay. Well, listen, y'all. That's what I wanted this live to be about. I came on here to bump my gums about this doggone um administration and these preachers and stuff not talking about what's going on with this administration. It's crazy to me, and I won't understand it. I will never understand it. Okay, it ain't letting me sign in over here. Okay. If y'all would like to be a blessing to the platform, you guys know how to do so. If you have not, and you still want to participate in the live cooking class, you can cash app the $30 and I will manually add you on. I want y'all to attend. It's just $30. Come, and we probably gonna eat while we on live too, just to chop it up, have a good time, eat what we cooked, so I know how it tastes on your end and all that good stuff. So please sign up for the cooking class. I'm gonna keep on reminding you. You're gonna keep on hearing me say it. Support a black chef. Support a black chef. All right, listen, y'all. Y'all have one of the most beautiful and amazing days. I don't think I'm getting back on here today. I got some more work to do. But I want y'all to have a good day. I will check you all later and be blessed. Peace.